No way you're throwing stones. No way you're throwing stones. Switzerland Zibbz just had their first rehearsal here in the Altice Arena. Are we ready to review this?
Let's do this!
So just moments ago, Zibbz took to the stage in the Altice Arena and they gave us their first performance of Stones. And it was very much, if you kind of cast your mind back to the early noughties, Madonna was doing her American Pie videos, Leanne Rimes was doing her stuff on top of the bar table, and Coco is very much channeling both of those divas. She's wearing like a cowgirl hat and then she has kind of a leather top and it's showing off her toned midriff. And she's
amazing.
Yes.
She's fit.
And she owns the stage. And she mightn't be throwing stones, but she's like flinging drumsticks. She's knocking over mic stands.
She's throwing shade.
She's lighting flares.
Yeah.
She's standing atop drum kits. She's strutting down the catwalk. She owns it, and she knows she owns the stage, and she's not afraid to let everyone else know she owns the stage.
Absolutely, and it feels like a walkway has been created just for that moment. It is very powerful. One thing I really like about this is that without even comparing it to any of the other 42 acts, if you watch this video as a standalone piece, it's excellent. This is something that they ought to be proud of, and it's getting better. Like the second rehearsal was better than the first, and then the third one, when she stands on that drum kit, hallelujah! No, this is really, I'm ready to, what's the word you called it? Lapidate?
Lapidate. The word for throwing stones, according to our wonderful watchers online, is the word lapidate. So she lapidates all of us.
Majorly.
Majorly. The thing I love most about this performance is it's one of the only ones that really engages the audience. We see a lot of audience interaction with it. She really points to the audience. She says to the audience, if you've been hurt, put your hands up. And there's a lot of people putting their hands up. She has this kind of fire flare that she's rocking on it. She's rocking out. People who are saying it might kind of conflict with Albania as another rock song, completely wrong. They're two completely separate acts. They bring something different. So yeah, I'm really impressed with it, to be honest.
Yeah, and I think even the staging sets it apart because it's still very much a rock entry and it's a very simplistic rock entry, but it's very glam. Because she has, if you think back, Sanna Nielsen 2014, she has the big light cage that's going up around herself and her brother on the drums, and then they have this flashing light effect at the back. And then we're forgetting to talk about the song. We're so wrapped up in the stage. But she delivered it, and she's always delivered it live. And I think sitting in this center seat, I have to be quite diplomatic, that's kind of comes with the role, but it definitely, the song has elevated, and I think it should have stronger chances now after today's first rehearsal.
I think it is important to walk in your own truth, and here's my truth. It has lots of movement. Coco is a catwalk queen. Mm-hmm. The way she walks, and it's not easy to walk and sing at the same time, sporting a cowboy hat. She is just giving me everything, and Steve's on the drum kit, lots of energy, and in the end they unite. And you can see the sort of merging of sounds, merging of ideas. You know, he's the sort of creative process and she's the one delivering it, but they're united. And I like the fact that unlike other acts we've seen where they're just duos and they've brought in other random people to join them on stage, they've kept it clean. It's just two of them. The branding is consistent. Semi-final one is a tough game, but they've elevated it so much now there is doubt being cast. I think that this is not dead certain out. I think it's fighting for a spot. I truly think this is fighting for a spot.
I love how you're being so diplomatic, being so Swiss in the center. I'll be a little bit less Swiss and say it's still going to be a battle for them. Does it blow you out of the water? Not exactly. It's a very good, solid performance, but we have many good, solid performances in semi-final one, and it's Swiss, and they tend to struggle. So I'm hoping they'll just scrape through, but who knows? We'll see.
Well,
one more thing. There've been lots of messy lights. The lights on their rehearsal were excellent. I particularly like it when all that strobe went and created this kind of illuminous sort of cage effect.
Yes.
Vortex.
And he was, yeah, a vortex. And he, you know, Steve was kind of like really going on the drum kit. And then I also like the distance between the two of them, but yet they're both in the camera shot. I think they're very clever. I think Switzerland have managed to create something really sophisticated and something very clever without being obvious high budget. And when the pyro does come on, there's no way you're throwing stones at this.
Well, that's what we think. What do you think? Will Europe be throwing points their way? Will those points be 24 points, 12 points, 0 point? Let us know in the comments below.
Well, if they throw 0 point, there won't be points. Be sure to follow us on Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, Tumblr, Pinterest, Twitter, Facebook.
And please like, subscribe, hit the bell, ding. You're good to go.